I know a lot of German friends that actually hate beer.
You guys have good beers though.
We have the best beer in the world. You hate pineapple pizza? Delicious, I love it.
We actually have even crazier pizza in Sweden. It's like curry banana.
Curry banana? Hi!
Like, I know for France, people think we are rude. And I know that some people think we don't shower too. That's what I heard.
Mafia, mandolino, pizza, we eat pasta every day.
You don't?
I don't, but some Italian does. We don't speak any languages other than Italian. Most of the time, it's true.
For Finland, I think a lot of people think we're really shy, and there's kind of a meme that we have to have like a 2-meter distance, just like during the coronavirus. And I would say that's actually true. Finnish people tend to be very like shy, and we tend to like take distance from others. Other than that, a lot of people tell me that, oh, it's in Finland, like a very cold country. And well, that is true during the winter, but during the summer, of course, like it's warm. We have 4 seasons. So I'd say some of them are true.
Well, I think everyone heard of treating our guests food. And I would say that that's not particularly true, but kind of true, I guess. I've heard so many stories of people actually saying it's true. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just not in my home. Like my region of Sweden, maybe not, but yeah.
Oh, there are a lot about Germany. There are some true and some not. Many people say Germans have no humor. Yeah, I'm biased, I'm German, but I think Germans, they do have humor. It's just maybe tied to our language. So if you don't speak German, then it might not come across the humor. We like to do a lot of wordplays with our German language. Kind of like in English too. Like in English, there are a lot of puns, you know, that you only get if you speak English. So we have that a lot in German too, but yeah, you gotta speak German for that. And maybe also like all Germans love beer. I fit into that bias, but I know a lot of German friends that actually hate beer, that don't like it at all. So I guess 50-50 on that.
You guys have good beers though.
We have the best beer in the world.
Pain that we are lazy and we dance well, which is not true, at least for me.
Reggaeton?
Reggaeton. Passion, sexy, and those things is what I heard the most.
France, many people think like it's French fashion to wear barrettes.
Yeah, that's true.
But I heard from French people that no, not at all.
No one wears it. Like, if someone is wearing a beret, it's a foreigner, you know, like...
It's just like tourist fashion. So actual French people don't wear berets.
We don't.
Why does it come from though?
I don't know, maybe before.
Or maybe movies?
Yeah, too. But if you, like, now I'm thinking about it, if you look at the old pictures, like, of men, they all have, like, kind of beret thingy. So maybe that's why.
Beautiful people in a beautiful country.
Good fashion and that they are loud. I'm so sorry, but yes, we are that.
That you talk a lot with your hands. I think that's a stereotype that a lot of people... I mean, I talk a lot with my hands.
Actually, not stereotype. I think it's quite true. In reggaeton, they just listen reggaeton all the time. Yes, for Italian people, if you go to Spain, you just have to listen reggaeton all the day.
Don't you have siesta? Actually, like the old people still do it. From my generation, like we don't really do that. But for example, my father does it.
Isn't it because like in the midday, it's too hot, the midday heat?
That's true. Yeah, I don't know in Italy, but in Spain at least, some shops close, at least in small cities, I guess in Madrid or Barcelona, no? But they close the shop like 3 p.m. until 5 p.m.
Yeah.
In Italy too? Oh.
But I have this thing about like the North countries, Finland, Sweden, and all happy and they eat healthy and
Education is good also.
You've probably also heard like everyone is blonde with blue eyes.
Yeah,
I'm not.
That's why every time I meet people here, they're like, you don't look Finnish. I'm like, what do I look like?
I also get that. I was like, oh, you don't look Swedish.
I get it a lot, like because I have this blonde hair and blue eyes. Koreans or others, when I say, oh, what do you think where I'm from? Many times they say, oh, like a northern country, Swedish or so. I think because of my look.
I don't know about other countries, but in Finland we have this picture of Swedish people as being very wealthy.
oh yeah.
And I also think about they are good at songs. Like they win Eurovision a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
What can I say?
Finland didn't win like 7 years, like the happiest country in the world.
I don't know why. Maybe it's like on international standards we're happy, but then I don't know.
I think it's about like the economy thingy too, like maybe.
It's kind of like a inside joke to us, like, oh, we're the happiest country in the world. Again. Just think of cars.
I'm thinking about
I feel like everything is like efficient. It's very like organized.
Aggressive? Those viral clips online, people say on purpose, aggressively German words.
But that's because of the language, yeah.
No, it's not because of the language, because they aggressively say it. Like, I don't know, Schmetterling. That's a popular one, butterfly. But you can say Schmetterling. It depends how you
the
say
tongue,
it.
yeah.
But they on purpose make it sound like aggressive. There's a stereotype, Germans are always like, yeah, it can sound cute.
For me, that I'm in the fashion industry, fashion studies, when people tell that they're German, we think about like Berlin style, like minimalist, dark.
True, that's true.
So when we see like your style, we're like German.
Black is black. And I lived in Berlin also. Berlin actually can be quite colorful.
We also think of Germany as very efficient and organized, following rules.
I'm like that still too. And following the rules, yeah.
We all have our own stereotypes, and today I'm going to be going through all those European regional preconceptions and rating if said stereotype is accurate or not on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay guys, first off, Germany. The general kind of stereotype for these guys is that they're obsessive recyclers with no sense of humor at all. And they always wait if there's a red light at the crossing, even if there's not a car in sight, or they're on the complete other side of society. For example, in Berlin, I swear to God, we was in some dingy, dark, degenerate techno club, all the insane shit you can imagine happening, so many fucking laws being broken, but on God, in the corner, there was a bin with all the special recycling. And the only time these two types of Germans cross paths is at 6 a.m. when the unhinged techno goblins are on their way home from the club, completely fucked up, and the clean-cut Germans are on their way to their 300,000 euro a year job, designing eco-friendly toilet seats. And now that I'm back, I can say for a fact, whilst it turns out not everyone wears lycra and pedals 1,000 euro bikes like it's a matter of life or death, they are absolutely obsessive with recycling and also crossing the damn road in the correct way.
Okay, there was a lot. Berlin in the morning time, yeah, that was me. It used to be me. At 7, 8, 9, or even 10 a.m. going home. There's always an after party after the party. Like in Berlin, there's always something open, there's always something going on. It never gets boring. And cycling? I don't know. That I'm not sure about. Yes, we love to bike. I never knew anyone who has like this professional, super like, expensive, cool looking bike.
I feel like that applies better to Netherlands. Don't they bike a lot, right? Compared to like Germany.
We also say like Berlin is not Germany. Berlin is Berlin. So anything you hear about Berlin is Berlin. Recycling, yes, very important. And when I compare it to Korea, Koreans also recycle like crazy. But Germany takes it even up a notch with all the glasses. Like we have container for every colored glass. Like green glass in the green container, white glass, white container. Very important.
Do you have the food waste trash too, like in Korea?
I think so, yes. We separate everything. Plastic bottle return system, which is amazing. You collect your plastic bottles and then you go to the supermarket. There's a machine, you put it in and then you get money back.
Oh, that's
I
good.
would do that.
It also keeps the streets clean because people actually pick up the bottles that someone else because they think, oh, like it's like 20 cents for me, and they pick it up. Keeps the streets clean.
We should do that everywhere. Right? This is so good.
Yeah, we should do it everywhere.
I don't know. Never say never. But in general, Germans follow rules, like not just with the sidewalk thing. Maybe more than other countries, I don't know, but it's not like it never happens.
In France, we cross when it's red, like we don't care. There is no car, we don't wait. So it's kind of cute to see like German is waiting. So I was like, oh, this is so cute.
We really don't. Finland, like, there's not a lot of traffic anyways. We still don't cross it if it's red.
I think it depends in Sweden. Most people wait, but if it's like, if you're in a hurry and then you will cross.
Oh my god, we are the bad guy here. Oh.
The only time we really don't cross, if you see like a child, I don't want to show the child, hey, you can just walk. So well, I would not cross, even if there would not be cars.
Italians cross with the red lights every time, like all the time.
Thank you, we are together on that.
Spanish too.
Yeah.
I don't though, I don't. So that's why in Spain they always, you're too strict, why? They usually
They don't even see the light, they just go.
Italy. I guess the main kind of stereotypes about Italians is that they're all either working for mafia mobsters or are the mafia mobsters and care way too much about food to be in a good financial position. Crime and food go hand in hand in this country.
That's
true though. Nordic Italian, they're not really like that, but if you go South Italy, yeah. I used to spend my summer in South Italy with South Italian family. The meal were like that. If you go for lunch at 1 p.m., you probably will finish around 4. On during the Christmas day, I think it depends on the family, but most of the family, they sit down for lunch around 1 p.m. In my case, we stand up to go home at 9 p.m. and we stay there, eat, talk, eat, and keep doing like that for 6 hours.
We have the same thing in France. Like if it's a family meeting, it's like all day long.
Yeah, even when we go beach summertime and we get like full of food, but like pasta, pizza, everything. That's true. I'm from North Italy, so maybe it's my stereotype for South Italian.
I mean, you guys have really good food, so.
Yeah, and we're really obsessed with our food. We're really proud, sometimes too much, I think, but that's true.
You can be proud.
Yeah, you can be proud. It's really good.
We are kind of similar, I guess. When it's family meeting, we have a lot of things ready and it takes all day long.
Spain too is similar, especially in family meetings. Normal days we will not eat that much, but in family meetings or friends meetings. And also we have that thing that I think you guys too. When we go to a restaurant or something, we stay long.
Yeah.
We stay, right?
Sometimes the owner they have just like, hey, we're closing. Come on, you're here.
What about the mafia thing? I'm curious about that.
That's not true. Maybe it's my stereotype. If you go some city in South Italy, yeah.
It's definitely a stereotype.
That's a huge problem in Italy anyway, because it's true. It's not like just a movie thing. People that sing from mafia, like in the video, they exist, but most of the time in South Italy.
Every Italian hates what? Pineapple on pizza! You hate pineapple on pizza?
You cannot do that. The carbonara sauce.
Why no carbonara sauce?
Because there is no cream in carbonara. Carbonara is made of eggs. Even in Italian restaurant here or outside Italy, when they prepare carbonara, they put cream. They're not Italian. Pineapple pizza.
Oh, delicious! I love it.
We actually have even crazier pizza in Sweden that I think Italians would have a heart attack about. It's the curry banana.
Curry banana?
They put curry powder and then sliced bananas.
Oh my god, what?
I've had that in Turkey.
Oh, maybe it's a Turkish thing. I don't know.
Don't faint.
What is classical pizza to you then?
Margarita.
Just margarita,
Or
nothing
ham.
else?
Mushroom and ham, salami. No too many toppings. Simple is the best.
Spain. Now, I can think of a couple big Spanish stereotypes. A, it's just flooded with the worst humans you could ever encounter in your life. British tourists. And unfortunately, despite them doing their best job at discouraging such behaviour, I can confirm this stereotype about Spain. When there's houses going for cheap in the Spanish countryside, you know who slips in? Fucking Brits! Spaniards are lazy. Now, this mainly stems from the fact that in Spain, everything closes at like fucking 1:30 p.m. There's no Spaniards out on the streets, you're stuck with the Brits for a couple hours. This is because these fuckers have what's called a siesta, which means midday nap. They essentially pause everything they're doing and sleep for a couple hours in the middle of the day. Where does Spain rank for average heat? Surely it must be top 20 a day. No? Okay. Top 50 surely. No? Okay. Top 100 then. Easy. No? Oh, it has to be top 150. No! Oh my god, Spain is listed as 166th out of 200 countries and territories for average heat.
Okay, what is your excuse for siesta?
Try to explain this.
To be honest, I don't know.
Don't you have in your country like siesta?
In France, no?
We don't.
Maybe people take a little afternoon nap, but not everything doesn't close.
Yeah.
It's very my parents' generation, so I don't know. Only as they say, when I'm very tired because I woke up very late, but usually it doesn't match with my body. I feel sick after the siesta, so I don't like it. But my father sleeps siesta every day in the year, at least 2 hours. But to be honest, I used to work in a shop first in the morning and then they close and then they open again. And it was horrible. I just prefer just to do the full shift and go.
Because if you eat a lot during the lunch for us, and they need to take a nap.
Too many carbs.
Yeah, we eat so late. Our lunch is 2-3 p.m.
Sometimes for us too, when I used to go at school, I used to finish school at 2 p.m. and go back home and have lunch.
Dinner also, we have 9, 10, yeah. In summer, sometimes 11.
Yeah, for us it depends on the family, but yeah, it's quite the same.
For northern countries, I think it's very different because I feel like Southern Europe, family is very important. So you eat the dinner together for a long time. But for example, in Finland, you eat lunch maybe at like 11, 12, and then you eat dinner around between 4 or 6 p.m. usually.
God.
So it's really early compared to yours. We have this thing which is called basically a night snack. It's just like a few pieces of bread or maybe like porridge, yogurt with berries, and you just eat like the evening snack by your own at like between 9 or 11 p.m.
I think in Sweden, dinner is still pretty important, like as a family. So usually between maybe like 5, 6 to like 7, 8. Like lunch is usually 11 earliest to like 1 p.m.
But do you have snacks in your like country? Like because we have morning snacks, afternoon,
Afternoon snack and like night snack, especially when you're a kid, you also have the like morning snack.
In France, we eat like lunch the earliest 11 and the latest 1 p.m. And we have like the snack time at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. And after we eat dinner at like 7:30, 8, latest 9.
In Germany, we have Brotzeit, just bread time. So it's either bread or cake. It's usually also like at 4 p.m. It's like the snack time. But I still have my Brotzeit every day. I need
Me
it.
too.
I need my bread.
France. In brief, the stereotype about these guys is that they're rude, arrogant, stuck up, posh, lazy, smelly, and yeah, in general, quite bad hygiene, which is quite the claim to make as British people. But I do actually think there are a lot of really nice, down-to-earth people who live in France. For example, the non-French people who live there. So
All the stereotypes that you said before.
I hear it every day, you're rude. I'm like, no, I'm speaking the truth, that's all, you know. We love fact, that's why we are not rude. Like I heard that about, like for Parisian, they are rude. I'm not from Paris, but I went to Paris recently and they were all so nice. They are not rude.
Someone told me if you try to speak English to people in Paris, they're so rude. But if you try to speak French, they become nice.
Because you try the language. But sometimes you try to speak French as a foreigner and you're like too slow. In Parisian, they don't have time.
That's why people think they're rude.
Yeah, but we are not. Yeah, we are smelly. That's not true. We take shower. Before, noble, the rich people didn't take shower, maybe lack of water or clean water, and they were like putting a lot of perfume. But now we all take shower.
I think old Italian, they really think French people smell like cheese. I grew up with my grandmother and say, oh, why you don't want to wash? Are you French? Old Italian people, they still use, if you don't take a shower, you're French.
Oh my god.
We don't have the stereotype though in Spain. It's more about the British, the smelly thing, and they don't shower.
I never heard about this one.
It's something that I can understand because every country outside Italy, they don't have the bidet. In the bathroom, we have the WC, the shower. Italian people love it so bad. And I can understand why. In French, they're dirty because they don't have this bidet.
Wait, if you go to old house, there is bidet.
stereotype about Finns is that they're drunk rednecks and have nothing to do all day apart from drink Finlandia and drive heavy machinery. This is honestly probably about 80% true because you gotta factor in the 600,000 startup tech ballers that have slick back hair and gilets and basically generate all of Finland's GDP. Now, Finns are absolutely drunkards, but they are cool drunkards.
So that's very true. We drink a lot and we start young. When they think of like drinking, they think of Russia. We're up there. Like we have our own version of vodka. So yeah.
I guess that's why they are happy there. I know that in France we don't drink, we drink because...
I feel like you guys drink with food.
Yeah.
Especially like wine.
Sweden is similar in a way.
Yeah,
we drink a lot. Yeah, and like we take the ferry over to Finland or like to other countries to buy out.
Yeah, Finnish people also, they go to Estonia or Sweden. They buy like cruise ship like tickets just to go to the other country to buy a lot of alcohol and bring it back to home because it's cheaper that way.
Because in Sweden, they like government run liquor store, hard liquors. So it's very like regulated.
In Italy, no, but in Germany it happened to me. The beer was cheaper than the water in the supermarket.
Yes, Germany is famous for its beer, but we're not super heavy drink.
Really, we drink a lot.
But I heard like in the northern country drink a lot because it's cold and it keeps them warm.
Actually, my grandma does that. Or when you're sick.
When you're sick?
Yeah, because it warms you up and it warms your throat. And also it disinfects.
So you should get drunk when you're sick?
I don't know the science behind that, but like, especially the older generation, they do that. Oh, that's true.
What is that?
Finnish is actually very hard. We have a lot of conjugations. There's really a lot. Anyone who learns just Finnish, I'm surprised and proud because it's hard to learn.
These are kind of seen as the annoying
PewDiePie.
relative that actually knows how to make money, has an actual population of more than 200 or whatever the other Nordics have, and thinks they're better than everyone else.
But I see one thing correct, and that's Sweden. So it's good.
She is from Sweden.
I don't know if we think we're better than anyone else. Of course, I think every country thinks they are good. I think it depends on, if it comes to sports, then definitely we're the best. And we're definitely gonna beat Finland every time.
No,
Does Sweden and Finland have like a little rivalry?
Yeah.
we're like brothers.
Yeah, it's like sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
And this is true in Sweden too. You stand, like, so if someone comes to stand in between those people, they will feel like a little bit uncomfortable and they will like kind of move and spread out a little bit. We have a very like great respect for personal space. Our personal space, I think, is a bit bigger than other people's personal space maybe.
I remember during the COVID, people were so anxious that they have to have the 2-meter distance, but Northern Europe is just like, we always have 2-meter distance.
I think it's because the population is not that big, right? Because in Korea, for example, it would be impossible.
Like in France, we have a personal space too, not as big as like Sweden and Finland, but we have our thing too. Stop it! We don't know each other.
We don't really take care of that.
Yes,
like-
people is very touchy sometimes.
Yeah,
I
we're
think.
really touchy. We need to touch.
And do you do the kissing thing too?
Yeah, we do. It depends on the city, but in Italy, usually you do 2 or 3 times.
As it depends the region. From my region, it's 3. From the right.
How about like in Sweden, if you get on the bus, everyone's gonna take a seat by the window and avoid sitting next to each other. And the first person that gets on and there's no empty seats for 2, you're like, oh no, I have to pick someone to sit next to. And everyone kind of like looks away, don't sit next to me, don't sit next to me.
We don't really care about that. But I met a lot of French people and no one touched each other. So when they found out I was Italian, I was like, can I please give you the kisses?
They do the kisses like not with the lips.
Yeah, it's more cheek.
But it was interesting to hear, is there any grounds to the stereotype based on every country? Because I wouldn't know, you know?
Really interesting because I didn't know a lot of stereotypes. I think for like Spain, the countries that are close to Italy, we know well, but our country, we don't really know a lot about.
We displayed stereotype right now in this group because we are not talking a lot and you guys are talking quite a lot. Like I think that's also like a stereotype that the Nordic people like don't talk. Oh, it's like interesting.
We are loud.
We're loud.
I love it.
Today we reacted to the stereotypes in Europe.
If you liked the video, please like, subscribe and comment down below.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye!